Hello everyone, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a live swatch and review on the Zoya Sophisticates 2017 fall collection. Today is officially the very first day of fall, so I wanted to wait till the very first day of fall to release this video. And it's just luck would have it, it falls on a Friday. So it's a live swatch and review like I mentioned. These were sent to me for my honest review, so I will link to Zoya in the description box. I do have a top 100 video in terms of my favorite Zoya, so if you haven't seen that video as well, I will link to it in a card up here as well as in the description box below if you're interested in that. But this is a live swatch and review of the fall collection, and it's a great fall collection. I was really happy when I saw the promo pics. So let's get started. The first color is a nude beige and it has a silver sheen in here. It's called Mckenna, and Mckenna is a great neutral for my medium skin tone. It's something that I could probably wear all year round, not just in fall. So if you're medium skin tone like I am, this is a really great nude. I love a good nude cream, but even better, I love a silver sheen to it. It just gives it a little bit of a sophistication, as this is the Sophisticates collection. So this is a great nude for medium skin tone. Opaque on 2 coats, really great formula, nothing to complain about. Really great polish. So that is Mckenna. Next is Beth, and in my notes I described this as a bronze light mauve neutral with bronze silver copper sheen. It is so unique. It is intense in terms of a creative neutral. I was not expecting Zoya to come out with a shade like this, so this is definitely a surprise beauty in this collection. When I saw promo pictures, I wasn't sure what it would look like in person, but it is fantastic. I really like this for a twist on a nude. If you're not into creams, even if you're not into metallics, I think this would be great. The only hiccup would be that it has brush strokes, but because of the neutral base to this color, it doesn't show up as much. If it was a deeper shade or a richer shade, I think you would definitely see those brush strokes, which I'm not a huge fan of. But because it's a light neutral shade, it doesn't show up as much, if you know what I'm saying. So for its uniqueness, I really enjoyed Beth. It is a gorgeous neutral, and definitely no dupes. I've never seen a neutral quite like this one, so I know I don't have dupes of this in my collection. So if you're shopping or you're looking for a really edgy nude or something new for fall, like you're sort of sick of those, you know, average nudes, this would be a good one, I think. And it's something you could probably wear in the holiday season as well. So that is Beth. We have Presley, and Presley is a mauve taupe cream. In my opinion, this is probably, for many people, it's gonna be more of a purple, but to me, I see the taupe in here, and this is the only way I would wear a taupe. It has to have either gray or purple to it, and this definitely is a very, I would say a very wearable mauve. If you don't like mauve as a color, I still think you'll enjoy this because it's neutral enough and it has that taupe in there, so it satisfies both families. I'm not a taupe lover, but I would wear a purple that has that undertone to it. So this looked really nice on my warm undertone. I enjoyed it. I can see where it's gonna be a huge favorite from this collection because you can wear this technically all year round. And yeah, I would still wear this in spring if I was working in an office setting. It would be a great polish for that. So that is Zoya's Presley, and it was opaque on 2 coats. Next up we have Joni, and Joni is a raisin cream polish. It is deeper than Presley and definitely has more brown and purple to it than Presley does, so it's more on the deeper side. And this is more of a fall shade to me. Presley and the neutrals are more transitional in my opinion. So this to me is the first like fall shade that I'm showing you in the collection. Opaque on 2 coats, great formula. This was a surprise favorite from the collection for me. I really enjoyed it. It looked nice against my warm undertone. I have to be careful with polishes of this shade because it can be too cool. If you're neutral skin, you can probably wear it. You could wear anything if you're neutral skin, to be honest, but I did like it on my warm undertone. So that is 2 coats of Joni. Next up we have Hera, and I love the name. It reminds me of the Greek mythological god Zeus, and his wife was named Hera, so I love the name. And this is a dusty rose mauve cream. This is very unique. I actually don't have a pink quite like this interesting. It's definitely a transitional pink. That's the way I would categorize this color. And I liked it on my skin tone. This one surprised me a bit. It was opaque on 2 coats, really easy formula, and not one that I would select for myself, but I am kind of happy they included it because I got to try something I would never really try if I would purchase it myself, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of nice to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and I did like the shade on my skin tone, so I like that I have like a fall pink to fall back on. So that is 2 coats of Hera. Next up we have Padma, and Padma is very similar to Hera, except this one is much more red and it's much more of an antique rose, and it is deeper in shade. It's opaque on 2 coats, a really good formula as well. So I don't think you need both of these. I think you just need to pick the one that suits your complexion and your undertone. And this one is more richer. It is more of a fall shade. Hera to me is kind of transitioning into fall. So this is definitely the more like fall appropriate of the 2 in my opinion. And it's opaque on 2 coats. Great polish. Again, beautiful, nice, dusty shades for fall. I like that in this collection they didn't include a berry polish. I'm actually happy they didn't, because they're giving you something different, and I'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But that is 2 coats of Padma. Next up we have Yvonne, and Yvonne is like a berry red, Bordeaux red, like cream, and it is such a gorgeous shade. Like, it looks very elegant and decadent. I think the wood is more decadent on the nails, and it's opaque on 2 coats. It's a really rich polish. Loved it on my skin tone. This was a surprise favorite as well. I didn't know how I would enjoy a shade like this, because usually I like my reds to be a bit more red with a hint of berry, but this is not a Bordeaux, not an oxblood. It's all those in one, like a raisin red as well. It's such a unique shade. It may not look like it, but it is a unique shade to my collection. So that is 2 coats of Yvonne. The shade deeper than Yvonne is Mona, and Mona is such a unique color to my eye, in my opinion. I wrote here it's a rustic reddish brown cream. I have many brick reds, but I don't have any that has this rustic appeal to it. You all know, if you watch my top 100 favorite Zoyas of all time, I will link to that video up here and in the description box if you haven't seen it. But I mentioned Zoya's Pepper, and Pepper is much lighter in color and a bit more brown. This is what I would consider, you know, when the leaves are changing and it turns into, like, before it turns really brown, it turns into a hue of a reddish brown. To me, that's what I see when I look at this, and it had an amazing formula. This is the only one that I swatched that was pretty much opaque on 1 coat. Because I am crazy, I just love to do 2 coats no matter what. Technically you don't need it. I love 2 coats. I always put 2 coats in case I see bald spots, you know, because I'm just weird like that. But you're probably not weird like I am. So this is opaque on 1 coat for you, and it is a beautiful shade. Definitely gonna wear this a ton this fall, and I really like it. So that is 2 coats, 1 to 2 coats of Mona. It's called Gal, and this is a smoky peridot iridescent metallic shimmer polish. That is a lot to say, but it pretty much is all those things summarized in the description. This was the only one that was opaque on 3 coats, and even then I think you might not be 100% happy with it being opaque on 3 coats. It has a really thin consistency and a really light base, but when you, I think it might be better as a topper. I didn't swatch it as a topper, but looking back I should have swatched it as a topper. But it is unique. It definitely is. That peridot shift that you see in there is really beautiful, and something that you could wear in the holidays that isn't green. If you're not a huge green fan, this would look really nice on you, because it's not quite green and it's not quite gold. It's like right in the middle. But definitely be aware that this is a 3/4 minimum and a topper at best. But I do see that there's like really refined speckles of like gold and goldish green and peridot shimmer in here. It's so complex. It's so complex. So that is 3 coats of Gal. Next up we have Tabitha, and this is a hunter green, sort of like a hunter forest green with a pearl shimmer running through it. A really beautiful pearl shimmer. This is the one I wasn't sure about when I saw the collection, because greens like this don't look the best on me, but it is one of the, it's very dark, it's very vampy, very mossy. I think on the first coat it almost has like this olive swampy look to it, but it is a deep forest like foliage kind of green. On the second coat it is opaque on 2 coats. It's really pretty, but not one that I would have purchased for myself. I am happy that I have it, but on my skin tone I'm just on the fence with it. I like it, but I don't love it. I'll get back to you. This is the one that has been like a toss-up for me. I still can't quite decide if I love it or if I just like it. You know when you have like polishes you just kind of like but you don't love? I think this is more on the like side, but it's a great polish nonetheless. So 2 coats of Tabitha. Next we have Hadley, and Hadley is a smoky deep teal cream. This is opaque on 2 coats. It is a really beautiful shade. Now I know I personally love dark creams that have a different colored undertone, and I like that it's a teal because teals do look relatively nice when it's a blue teal on my skin tone when you have a warm golden undertone. So I really liked this one, and it would appear black indoors, but when you're outdoors it is obviously a deep teal, and I like having that sort of option. It's almost, if you really think about it, I know not everyone will agree with me, which is okay because we can all agree to disagree and like different things, but it's almost like wearing 2 polishes in one. Inside people think you're wearing a black polish, and outside it's a different shade, you know, without it being a thermal polish. So yeah, I really like this one. It's called Hadley. And the last one is called Elaine, and it's a dark umberwood brown shade. The first coat of this was a little bit thin, but it does become opaque fully on 2 coats. I'm not a huge brown person. Like I don't wear brown polishes, you know, besides maybe winter, like fall and winter. So I'm not gonna get the most use out of it just because it's my personal preference. But does it look nice against like shades like what I'm wearing? Or when you look at the entire collection, it does. It sort of anchors the whole fall theme, and if you're into browns, you will like this. You will like this. If you have cool skin, this would look really nice and crisp on the nail. If you're not into wearing black in fall, this would be a great option in that respect. It's a great polish. It's just I don't wear browns. I don't really wear browns, but I'm gonna actually give it a try because yeah, I gotta get out of my comfort zone a little bit, you know? So that is 2 coats of Elaine. So for my overall thoughts on this collection, now keeping with the theme of the Wanderlust collection, their summer collection, if you haven't seen that video I will link to it in the description box. I did a live swatch review of that as well. I'm beginning to see a pattern. They're selecting one color in the entire range, which I think this one was pink. It was pink as well in the summer collection, but it was more of an antique rose in this one, and then they're giving you different shades or varieties within that color spectrum, and they're choosing sort of complementary and opposing colors to that specific color in the color spectrum that they selected. I really appreciate them trying to branch out and do something different as opposed to just, you know, the average collections with the berries and the reds and the teals and the greens and everything. You got something with a twist in this one, so I really liked it. And following up from their last year's collection, which was really hard to top, that would have been a really hard fall collection to top. I think they did well. They sort of pulled it back a little bit, kept it classy, gave you some like, I guess, typical shades, but with a twist. You saw something different. You saw some metallics, some deeper shades with some pearl finishes in it, which I personally love. My favorites from the collection are actually the mid-tone shades, which to some people might seem a bit boring, but I like it. I don't know what it is about these shades, are very comforting to me. So this is Presley and Joni. and Mona. I really like these three. I liked the green pewter shade, the sort of peridot shimmer, and Beth. I did like it, but I know I would wear these a lot more in fall than I would wear those. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite from this collection is. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.